Well, how's it going, Kingsman? Welcome back to the battlefield. Today we are doing something a little different, something I think I've done once or twice before, which is playing a different replay from a different Total War. Another one of my favorites, though, that I've actually played a lot of single-player campaign, you know, just on my own time. Empire Total War, and this is a mod for Empire Total War. It's called Empire 2 Generals. So it is a more NTW3 style, I'd say, Empire Total War game, or mod for the game. I believe this replay, it's a 3v3, it is from a campaign, not an actual campaign, but like a simulated map where people make decisions and then they fight battles based on those decisions. That's at least from what I understand of it. I figured, you know, I'm planning on playing a little more of this. Who knows if I stream it, if I start doing replays, I don't know. But I figured I'd share because I was checking it out anyway. You know, just seeing what these battles are like. I've played only one so far. Maybe just a 1v1. But, you know, I figured if I'm checking this out, you know, you guys can come along for the ride too. You guys can experience it just like I can. This is looking to be a fun one. Now, I think there may be a bit of a scenario thing here because, as you can see, some of the armies were not really moving. Especially not this Netherlands United Province. They were not moving at first. They waited for the other one to move, and now they, of course, are advancing. Prussia actually waited a little bit before they started advancing, too, so I'm assuming there's some sort of role-playing to this. But they look pretty nice. The skins look pretty nice for, you know, a Total War game that is even older than Napoleon. We know how gorgeous Napoleon Total War is. Empire was made in the same spirit, I feel like, as the other. So yeah, let's start checking out. Like I said, we do have two United Provinces, one Prussia. I believe we have them going up against the French. Not sure what other, maybe it's just all French. We have another French general over here, and then another Spanish general. Okay, so Spain and two French armies maybe going up. I do believe. So two French, just like the United Provinces. Well, let's check out some of these guys. So this is Ledoux, almost, basically. Grenadier Cheval. Oh, wow. So Prussia maybe was going to go for some artillery. They are getting infantry shooting right into them, as well as some heavy cavalry going right for them. So these are hussars. So first, little cav fight here. As you can notice, cavalry can shoot in this. So, you know, that's something that you gotta watch out for. Now this artillery looks like they were a little bit in danger. Infantry help and support this cavalry fight though. And I assume that Prussia is gonna lose out on that bit of fight. Now we do have the startings of a fight here. United Provinces did take an LOC house. And France, well, they're kind of pushing up just a little bit here. Artillery on both sides firing. You can see the massive batteries here by France. Looks like Prussian cavalry did break those light cav. Now I do believe there is artillery. Yep, artillery here. But you can see the artillery for France is actually kind of wrecking this line. There's a lot of troops here. Yeah, you can see the artillery really focusing. My goodness. Someone's screaming bloody murder. Oh boy. That is a lot of yelling. I don't know, that sounded kind of comical, I don't know why. I'm a terrible person. We have Prussian horse artillery firing. Now this is 10 guns dueling it out, I think, with the French lines here. And of course, keep in mind, there is a whole flank that will engage, probably Spain. Spain has, I believe, oh, this is in French over here as well. There's some Spanish infantry, though, over here. But it looks like the first clashings actually are going to happen over here with... Yep, we have some infantry clashing, some cavalry maybe going in for some of the United Province. I'm not sure if those screams are normal for, like, every hit, or if it's a specific type of artillery that's, you know, getting hit that way and it's like burning them alive. I don't know. But nothing happening yet. Ooh, artillery coming real close to this Grenadier of France. man. It's like every time someone gets hit, there's this guy screaming. That's an interesting perk, or an interesting thing to hear. And we do have some Spanish, like, guerrillas. Looks like Prussia may be trying to deal with them with some, well, what do we have here? Some hussars. Yep, this may not go too well for this Spanish Free Company. Let's see if they get a volley off. Dang, that was actually kind of brutal. But they do break them. Still not a lot in the center. A lot of cav massing up with some artillery. I'm still hoping to see maybe this whole line battle, you know, kind of go off. Both sides kind of lining up, stacking up. Maybe gonna have some advancing here by France. That artillery is quite brutal. Oh, something I didn't check. Okay, we are at... I'm not sure if that's where it's supposed to be, but I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, okay, wow, we have a lot of French infantry pushing in the center here. So, a lot of grenadiers. A lot of grenadiers here. I'm sure they have some very good stats. Prussia also is pushing troops forward in the center, so he's going to have to hold Nye Province's flank. Do we maybe have... Yeah, we had some cavalry engaging here. Prussia waging a fight against Spain. Now we have some Spanish heavy cav charging it against some Prussian hussars. While Spain is moving troops in the background, you can see. Now Prussia maybe is going to get some cavalry, or even the United oh my goodness, United Province is coming in to flank the cavalry from Spain. So even if these hussars start to not win here, well, they just got to hold this heavy cav in place while the United Provinces is going to charge in with some provincial cavalry. It is over. They're going to get sandwiched. United Provinces still just holding their ground. They're not really going anywhere necessarily. Ooh, we have some artillery maybe trying to go for cav. More French infantry pushing forward. France actually going at an angle here. I'm surprised they haven't tried attacking here. Even get some heavy cav and trying to go in, because not everybody can form squares. However, Prussia's going to start putting pressure on that French flank. Not a bad strategy to push up here and isolate this one French army. Who knows what's in the center here. I'm assuming France is holding their ground here, waiting for Spain to catch up. And Spain seems to be going straight for Prussia. However, that will expose their flank to United Province, who is, well, they're coming. It'll be a second before they get there, but they obviously will start threatening the Spanish flank. So, all in all, I say Spain or the, I don't know, is this considered a coalition? They seem to be doing pretty good positioning-wise. Oh, punishing volley. But they're going to get up and start firing, I'm assuming. United Provinces even having a bit of a flank here. Oh man, look at this. France is going to fight a two-front battle. That is not a... This is a terrible place for France right now. This is a bad angle here. Look at all these lines firing. There's two regiments here. I see some cavalry here, actually. So we're going to hold the phone there. Lancers going against some more hussars from Prussia. I imagine those Lancers did very good initially, but they're probably not going to do well in a very extended line or cav fight with the hussars. But it looks like more... Oh, what, the general's going in? That is shocking. The general... There he is. Look at him. He's going in. Oh, they're going for some Prussian infantry. Wow. Oh, that was a brutal charge. What? That was brutal. All right. There's some Prussians seem to have a little bit of issues here. There's some friendly firing going on here. Shooting their own guys in the back, unfortunately. Looking over here, we have Spain setting up, but I don't want to miss this action here because you see the United Provinces trying to go for that general, trying to maybe kill a general, you know? Maybe they can get lucky. Over here, France is taking a very uneven infantry fight. This is not going to go well for them. You can see they've taken some pretty heavy losses. Almost 50% casualties. I do not like this French line. I do not like how... Look, I mean, this is what I was trying to say before. 6 on 2, or 3. So 6 on 3. All 60 units firing on 3 units here. They have double the firepower. Of course they're going to chew up that French, you know? Not a good idea. Ever. Now, we do have more French infantry pushing forward here. We have some cavalry. Oh, I don't know what these grenadiers are doing. What you doing, elite lifeguard? Hopefully they pull back. That's probably a nice unit. Over here, man, we have the Spanish just getting chopped up as the United Provinces has engaged them in a line fight with some of their best infantry. It looks like some Guard Grenadiers and Swiss infantry. You know how I feel about the Swiss. And Spain's probably going to start getting pushed back here. They do have artillery up in the front lines, though, but so does Prussia. Still has those guns there. Now, France is starting to have some real breakage. The general has broken as well. That is not going to bode well. Oh, what is happening here? Is France going in with cavalry and infantry here? Or not. Looks we had some cav trying to engage the United Provinces. United Provinces holding with squares. They're doing quite well holding this house. However, you see they're wavering, actually. But, oh my gosh, France is going in. I would bayonet charge with this infantry and let this line just shoot in the flank. Oh. Still looks cool, though. But I don't know. We'll see how well this works out for France. Seems to be going for a suicide mission right here. In the center, we have France just getting brutalized and now charged after being volleyed to death, getting charged by cavalry. This French army has not really moved at all. This Spain over here, looks like they're in a melee with Russia. Some Landwehr engaging some Guard infantry. Definitely, it seems like the coalition, and that's what I'm going to call the Prussian side. They seem to be doing quite well here in this fight, driving back the Spanish and the French. This French flank is looking quite disastrous. Yeah, with the cavalry charging in, they are just going to back charge this French infantry. You can see the mass rout being caused. Oh my gosh. There is no cav support for France here. And you can see the disastrous results of this fight. As now the mass rout probably will start trickling down here. United Provinces being very victorious so far. This other French army is still very strong. Prussia halfway engaged. If only France would engage with Spain. You see Spain is still fighting this battle with Prussia. United Provinces hasn't really pushed up too much. I mean, they are just tearing up. Look at this. This whole reserve hasn't even moved. The United Provinces is doing quite well. Keeping a massive amount in reserve. It seems to be a very decisive victory for the coalition. that was a shock. Yep, wavering already. At this point, France is fighting a losing battle on the flank here. United Provinces winning very decisively. I mean, France still has a bit of a line. They could pull back to their artillery. That's what I'd do at this point. Pull back and reform maybe a little bit. Let your artillery do some killing for you. And obviously, with this left flank caving in, the artillery's going to be in danger. And the French have a lot of infantry still. Let's check and see how Spain still is doing here. But they're still trying to hold. But the line is wavering. Whoa. I don't know if that's allowed or not, shooting in melee. In Napoleon, that is definitely not allowed, but maybe, I don't know. I can't imagine that would be allowed. It seems kind of broken. But maybe, you know, it doesn't, it's not like it's intentional all the time. Sometimes it's accidental. If you're not paying attention, you just keep firing. You have to give them a melee order. Either way, they're still breaking them. The United Provinces actually having just a little bit of losses here. France really pushing on them. France looks like they're in their last defense here, 2 squares. The rest of France is kind of just sitting here. I would love to see them actually trying to push into help somewhere versus standing the ground. Even pushing forward a little bit here to engage this Prussian line. You can keep some of them in reserve and just push up a little bit to put more pressure on Prussia as Prussia's trying to put pressure on Spain. Spain does like they have a little bit better of a defensive line here, though. They have a river, which is going to help them. Be kind of rough for the United Provinces to actually push across. Oh, we have some cuirassiers. Oh, some heavy cavalry going against the Spanish, but they do form a square. I don't know who else where is working here. Looks like they still did quite a lot of damage. But Spain's actually getting a bit of a nice little shooting gallery here on the United Provinces. So I think they actually, yeah, they're falling back. You can see a nice flanking fire by that Spanish line. And the right flank of Spain, or of France, is basically consisted of these 3 here, plus some artillery. And like I said, they should be able to maybe, if they could just consolidate and then depend on their artillery, they probably could drive back the coalition. A canister actually has a very long range, I discovered the last time I played. But yeah, you can see the line holding a little bit. A lot of Prussians up on the hill. Spain seems to have stabilized, but the only problem with this whole thing, despite the sharpshooters aren't sitting on the flank with some cav support right here. I'd stick the sharpshooters right here, put some cavalry to defend them, and you can start chipping away at this line. Ooh, friendly artillery fire. That was definitely friendly. The nice thing is they still have plenty of reserves. They can take this line with Spain, wait for that flank to cave in on France on the other side. And, like I said, France has this whole line just kind of hanging out. In fact, it looks like they are going to actually pull that line back. And now the coalition are going to advance again. Oh, there's some... What? is this? Oh, it's routing. So confused for a second. Alright, so the main part of the fight is now over here. Prussia's kind of engaged this entire time, never really having a stop so far. This Landwehr has been in a very extended fight. You see very, very few men are remaining. I'm surprised they're even in the fight still. They haven't broken. Spain is falling back again. Maybe just because of there's more firepower here. I'm surprised the United Province hasn't pushed troops across on the flank still. They could really take out that flank pretty easily. You can see the losses here. Probably why they're falling back. And now with them in full retreat, the United Provinces, Prussia can start advancing, maybe even push up their artillery. They're going to start making that flank here. I'm going to hit the fast forward button here. I think both sides are kind of reforming the lines. That may take a second. So, yeah, we're going to keep fast forwarding here. Looks like they are going to make their stand on this next little river bank. Maybe they're going to, yeah, pull across. That's not a bad defensive line. France is going to stand their ground here with the artillery. Let's see, maybe we can play again. Yeah, you can see they actually taken some losses to that artillery, probably canister. Look how far they can fire. That's ridiculous. I have some Spanish, I'm assuming like Neapolitan infantry pushing, getting fired at already. Yeah, the Spanish are actually ranged all the way across to here, but like I said, the United Provinces still has yet to commit a lot of their troops here. Oh, Spanish forming a square. They're still going to go for it. And it does appear that squares don't... Ooh. Okay, that artillery's getting a lot of friendly fire here. Dang. It doesn't seem like squares are very effective in this mod, or maybe in the Empire Total War. I'm honestly not remembering. But I've not seen a lot of squares hold up very well when they're formed. Like, Cav just carves right through them still, which is kind of brutal. Yeah, you see France still has some troops. They are still trying to hold to it, guys, and they are trying to hold back the United Province. The United Province is actually not even advancing at this point. Sorry guys, my dog was trying to be let out. He was just staring at me in the most pitiful way. Yeah, alright, so we have the United Province definitely making a bigger push here. They have cavalry, which is actually getting shot. Bullets flying past infantry and hitting them. Definitely wants to save these guys for some really, really good engagements. And, Yep, shifting to the flank, I'm assuming, to deal with the Spanish start eating up at the flank. Nice position that France has, actually. This flank seems to have taken a break after such a fierce fight that happened by this LOC, by this town. Definitely seems to have calmed down. The United Province do seem to be trying to shift around the flank, around the artillery. Some friendly fire with the artillery as well. Probably should watch out. They're going to kill their own artillery crew. Oh, this building is burning up. Trying to focus down with artillery fire. It's going to be a bit more long, drawn out of a fight. So, you know, you gotta enjoy the sounds and visuals every once in a while by hearing a narration from me. Oh my gosh, we have Spain just breaking some really concentrated fire from some fresh United Province infantry, and that is not looking very good. Kind of a big old gap has appeared in the Spanish line. I would send all of these troops into that gap, like literally just march them across and then line them on both sides. Exploit that. Maybe even put some cav there. You know, that'd be a perfect exploitation. I mean, speaking of exploitation, I mean, look at all this cavalry hovering around the flank now. Spain's going to have a lot of problems pretty soon here. Alright, so it does look like the United Province has made their move onto the flank. France is barely holding it together. You can see that first artillery piece. I'm assuming they made friendly fired it. Or maybe the United Province shot it to pieces. Who knows? Looks like they're going for it, though. Maybe a bayonet charge with the National Line Infantry. Brave Soul's gonna go straight into the teeth of an artillery piece. Over here, Prussia. Got them line 2 stacks deep. And Spain is kind of they're definitely in full retreat. They do have actually some cavalry from Spain and France trying to defend that flank, but they keep pulling back, which is not a good sign. This whole line seems to be wearing thin real quick here. It's just a grindy attrition battle that is just not doing well for them. But United Province is going in. This French line is about a cave. I suspect whatever's left is going to have to pull back towards the town. Even though I think I see some Prussian general movement here. We may see a bit of a drive followed up first by Hussars. Following them are infantry. Going straight for some grenadiers. Here's where they just got to push in all the infantry, push in the cavalry if you can. France looks like they're running over some more grenadiers because they know this flank is a little bit in jeopardy. Ooh, general is killed. Oh, wow. Okay, so France, yeah, they've collapsed on this flank. All but. So it's a losing battle, unfortunately, for the Imperials. But one that they won't give up without a fight, I'm assuming. I don't think this even have timers on them, so I don't even know how much time will be left on the fight. But man, this Landwehr is going in again. Ooh, and France sending in more grenadiers. Oh man. Gotta watch out, France is going for it. They're going for a mass route. They're gonna try to at least. See, on this side, Spain making that last desperate defense here. We even have some cavalry going against the sharpshooters. Oh, wow. They went against both of them, and I promised to even notice for a second there. So Spain's trying to go down swinging. And they may do just that. Prussia did have some breakage against some grenadiers. Can't tell yet if Prussia's going to win this. Oh, man. Man. They actually may need the United Provinces to push over here. Prussia seems to be at a bit of a tough spot. They're fighting some really good quality French infantry. Ooh, but they are wiping out the general. Where is he, actually? Where's the French general? Ah, he died. Alright, so France has lost their general. Once again, morale going down the tubes, I'm sure. What one last final rally. Yeah, Spain's going to start pulling back with what remains. It's just pocket resistance at this point is what it looks like. But the rest of Spain's center, they have a lot of troops here, but what's going on here? Alright, so France still is holding the center part of this town. United Province in Prussia still pushing across, though. France has got a lot of infantry here. Oh, United Province has got to watch out. France is going for the mass charge here. Notice it? Nope. Man. 3 regiments of grenadiers all pushed in here. This is where a cav charge with flank would be beautiful. And actually, France has held back Prussia. Prussia may want to try to outshoot the French with that many grenadiers. You know, maybe better to outshoot them. The United Province is just absolutely surrounding the Spanish. They're making their last stand here. Wow, that's actually quite an incredible last stand here. Look at this. They got some structures they're hiding behind. Meantime, France seems to be trying to go straight for the throat here. United Province is going to give some much-needed assistance, though, against the French and the rest of Prussia. They're pushing to try to deal with this. Man, France just keeps baying. Oh, wow. Actually, they're in a counter. Okay. There's the mass route. Probably triggered by the fact they have no general. It's going to be kind of hard for them to fight without that. The morale's probably going to start going down the tubes rather quickly. Here comes some cavalry to support this. I mean, because honestly, you can see the United Provinces is starting to lose this fight. It's 3 regiments of grenadiers. I'm just waiting for that back charge. Come on, do it. Do it, look at it. It's so beautiful. Please tell me they're going to do it. Oh, what are you doing? You're stressing me out. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yes. This, not the greatest of charges, but still, it's going to start making a big impact on all this infantry. You can see they are going to start pulling back. And there it goes. All right, so actually, this battle's actually winding down pretty quickly here. Spain at making the last desperate defense here. With the United Province looking like they're coming in with cavalry in the rear, using the crosshairs. And I see with these squares even, they don't seem to be holding up very well against cavalry. And the Spanish general being killed now. It's only a matter of time. And there we go, mass route gonna start. And I'm just gonna hit the fast forward button. But yeah, interesting game. Obviously, I'm not too familiar with this mod particularly, so there's a lot that I do not know yet. Interesting, it has my name there. That was not me playing, and that is funny. That is actually very funny. And it's off to the side. That's kind of odd too. Now I'm gonna pull up the actual name of the actual person, but you can see the kills. Man, the kills were quite even. And this one was sent in or posted by Clutch. He was playing, not me, but Clutch was playing as one of the United Provinces here. But you can see he had 1879 for the kills. You have me troll with 2583 for the kills. 5203 with 2861 for the kills. You have Rose with 1291 as one of the as Spain, I believe. Yeah, Snake with 2020 with one of the French, and then Grunberg with 1726. A lot of kills, a lot of losses, and you can see the armies are quite large. I wonder what a 4v4 would look like. If you maybe it wouldn't hold up. I don't know. Maybe they don't hold up. Maybe they do. Either way, yeah, it was fun. You guys can tell me in the comments if you would like to see more of these. I'm probably still going to play it. Like I said, I'm going to do it in my spare time. Maybe I'll stream it a little bit. But if you guys are interested in seeing a little bit more of this, it's being refined still. The mod, I believe, is still in the works, as with every mod, you know. But yeah, that'll be it for me today, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will link the mod in the description of this video. Just so if you are interested in playing this, there's a Discord and everything for it. So, yep, go check it out. Anyway, guys, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, I will catch you all in another video.